website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. Hey, here's a really effective tip when it comes to soloing. This was a breakthrough for me. And it is to play the periods when you solo, because that took me from, and that's not the only thing, but it took me from the state of, it's my turn to solo with the guys, playing with the band, and then I just start playing stuff, right? I just start firing off licks. And then I get kind of surprised when the solo is over because I have no connection really with the length of the solo. So basically back then it was a matter of playing as many cool things as I possibly could in the time given. But playing the period just breaks that completely and really makes you very aware of what goes on in the music. And it's an easy way to stretch your licks. I don't recommend that you base your soloing on licks. I recommend that you base them on the actual ability to create lines as you improvise, and actually be able to improvise your solos. But if you have, a few things you can do, this will really make sure that you can get as much out of them as humanly possible. There's a lot of top players that uses this all the time. I advise you to break it up once you've learned it. But let's just look into the basis of what I'm talking about here. If you have like a blues thing going on in the background, this is a very good example. It could be any type of music. Then you got a period running. That is not just one chord. It's like ra, da, ba, sa, da, da. That was one bar or whatever. It's 2 bars. A period is 1, 2, 4, or 8, or 16 bars for that matter. It's like the brackets you pull out over the music. So let me just play something that is a little bit more in time here. Then instead of just starting to fire off licks and lines, I actually relate to the period. So I might play. Right? I can also do the simplest thing of all, that I can play something for a period. Like I go. Right? You see what I'm doing here? I'm actually playing something that could be the length of a verse or any element in the music, instead of just firing off licks. And sometimes you want to play something so simple that you can actually follow along and say, okay, I'm going to do 4 bars of something. And without playing, I can just, feel them and go 1, 2, here we start, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Sa da 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 ba da da 1. And that's a new period there. So we got 4 little pieces, right? This is one piece. And another piece. And another piece, right? And those 4 pieces make up a bigger piece, which is the period, right? So smaller periods make up a bigger period. And we're going to relate to that. Oh. That was just 2 of the bars, right? It was just 2 of the little pieces. And then I ended it and started over again. And it seems like, this is like too simple, Claus. Sounds naive and stupid when I do that. But you want to become very good at it. You want to become so good at it that you can start breaking it up, and that's the next level. So you want to be, you know, if I can do... And... Once I really have a good foothold in it, and I'm playing the same repetitive stuff over and over again, following the periods in the music, the bars, the four bars, the 8 bars, then suddenly it becomes a thing in my body, and then I can just start messing with it. And that's where you get the freedom, but you still have the connection to the music. So just try and see if you can listen for it. So it says 1, 2, here comes the solo. And and right? I hope you know what I mean here, because it connects you to the music, so you can really start having fun with the music instead of just on top of it, right? Let's just go back to something simple again. Let me start with the simple and then develop it from there, so I keep the connection with the music. You get it? What I'm doing? You hear that? Once you got that under control, because you start simple with just a few notes, developing a simple theme that has a beginning and an ending to it that follows the periods, then I promise you, your soloing will change completely. And it's so much fun because suddenly you're playing with the music, as I said before, instead of just trying to play something on top of it. And it goes for every type of music. The blues is just such a good training ground because it has a very simple structure very often of 3 chords. We just took the first chord here. But so I warmly recommend really looking into this and start practicing it every single day, because it will give you a place to put your licks and a place to put your techniques and your scales and everything you practice into a structure which is already in the music that we need to follow along with if we want to play something meaningful. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.